What's up, people viewing via YouTube? My name is Pat, otherwise known as RageRover, and welcome back to another episode of American Trucking in the little series that I've created. And today we're back in the MTL Packer, and we've got a container on, and we're going to make a few stops, make a few pickups and drop-offs, so to speak. And right now we're in Paleto Bay on a stormy late afternoon, and well, hopefully that shouldn't hinder us too bad. I've kind of lightened up the traffic a little bit just to kind of ease our way down to Los Santos as our final destination for the evening. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to go to the other side of Paleto Bay. We're going to make a pickup and maybe a drop-off, and also from there we're going to go down to Harmony in the middle of the map, make another pickup and drop-off, and then we're going to finally end up at the docking area on the Elysian Island in Los Santos. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. So obviously I like the MTL Packer just because of the easement of actually being able to use it and whatnot, and of course it being based off of a Mack CH series truck, as we've discussed in the very first episode. Anyways, just doing a little pre-trip, making sure the container that I've got for today's use is actually going to be worthwhile. Seems to be okay. Nothing out of the ordinary. And as I stated in my last video about the trailers being European style, I guess you could say, but no big deal. Alright, well, everything seems to be in order. Hopefully the weather won't hinder us too much, so let's go ahead and get up on in there. Alright, well, we're just going to act like we're logging in, blah blah blah. We're going to plan our route as we are already full of fuel. Alright, lights seem to be working. Alright, we're good to go. Okay, so we're just going to go down the street here. And actually we are not going to pull out and go straight. We're actually going to go down this one main street, I guess you could say. So let's get it rolling. Park brake off. Alright, we're just going to ease our way around here. Yeah, usually I post more than one video per week, but within the last week I actually conjured up some nasty sickness, so therefore I've been kind of out of commission as far as video production goes. So just trying to take it easy on myself, try not to hurt myself. I'm not sure what kind of I'm thinking it might have been the flu bug or something like that. Not totally sure. Alright, we're just gonna kind of ease our way out here. Oh, not quite, can't exactly go. Alright, we're just gonna force our way out. Alright, here we go. Alrighty, make a left up here. There's a lot of Range Rovers in front of me. So yeah, I actually enjoy doing these little series. It's definitely interesting, to say the least. It's definitely different compared to the norm. Considering I'm probably one of very few that actually treat the roads in Grand Theft Auto 5 as I would in real life. But ooh, not sure what that was all about. Just gonna ease on through here. I'm not quite sure what our cargo in tow is gonna be today, but I guess we'll find out. Yep, obviously I've got the weather set for a nice stormy evening. But I did kind of lighten up the traffic and kind of left it in the late afternoon hours of the day, just to kind of keep things moderate and not ridiculous, considering how big our day is. So, but yeah, right there we're going to be going into the post-op depot right there, and hopefully we can find our way in there somehow. If I remember correctly, I'm going to have to back right into that. Yep, I'm going to have to. So I'm going to have to make sure traffic is clear behind my 6 there. It looks like we got a car back there. Up. Let me just pull a little further up because he's not sure what he's doing. There he goes. I'm just going to try and back it up in there. It's going to be a one heck of a turn. Nope, not going to make that. In situations like this, sometimes you have no choice but to have freight loaded kind of manually out on the street. So therefore, we're going to treat it as such. So in real life, I would actually turn my 4-ways on, set the park brake, and notify the dispatcher or foreman, whoever's in charge, to go ahead and start loading me based on my manifest or whatever paperwork I might possess. So if that be the case, yeah, there's no way in hell I was going to be able to back in there. I mean, I probably could have, but there's a straight truck there in my way. So whatever, let's just act like we're opening up our doors, and we'll let them quote-unquote load us. Alrighty, we're pretty much wrapped up there. I mean, we are now going to leave the Blaine County Depot, of the post-op services, I guess you could say. We are all loaded up, and now we're going to plan our route down to Harmony. So, if this be real life, I would actually go ahead and log this in and make sure that we've completed our quote-unquote pickup. So, alright. So, let's plan our way down to the other depot in Harmony. Let's see where we can find it. It'll be probably, I believe that's it right there. Oh, very interesting. It's gonna have me take the one old turn. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna go that way. That is basically an off-roading trail. Things get very narrow in there. In theory, I probably could wing it, but we're not going to. We're actually gonna go further southwest, and we'll probably pick up this route right here, which I believe is Route 68, and then we'll just come right up to the depot. It'll be probably better off that way, and a lot safer, considering our current weather conditions. So let's get to it. Alright, we're clear. Park brake release, we're on our way. The MTL Packer is nice and all, but man, is it awfully jumpy, especially this transmission that I don't really care for. Alright, he stopped. We're gonna go ahead and get moving. Apparently there's not much on this trailer, considering our ability to accelerate fairly well. I'm going to take it right up to 60. And yes, it is a nasty night. And if you remember from last episode, that's where we did our logging episode right there. Whoa, coming down to a crawl here. Not sure what this dump truck in front of us is doing. Oh, we're just going to keep it at snail's pace. I can't technically pass. Excuse me. Yeah, that sickness that I had over the last week, man, I couldn't stand it. Oh, almost came to a complete stop there. End up overtaking this guy. I think it turns into a double here. It's hard to tell. One thing about the rain feature is it actually gives the realism on the asphalt or concrete surface, so therefore it makes it difficult to see what's actually underneath all that water. But this is a little bit irritating considering how slow we're actually going. We're doing 25 miles an hour, and I think this is a 35-mile-an-hour zone. I mean, granted it is rainy, it's slick. This is just a little absurd. Alright, looks like he's finally picking up speed. Thank goodness. And this is where the GPS was actually going to take us, right through, I believe those roads will lead right into Raton Canyon. Oh, nothing like getting overtaken in the wrong lane. Oh, wow. Huh. Cut that dump truck off. Unbelievable. And that's the kind of crap that truckers deal with on a daily basis almost. But unfortunately, this NPC in the dump truck there, he has no clue how to maintain speed. Yeah, he's slowing up, he's going faster, he doesn't know how to maintain his speed. See how we're doing back there. Wow, we've created a nice wake of cars behind us. GPS is trying to reroute us back to go through the canyon, but I'd rather not. So we're going to make our own route. Almost wishing I was actually in the Joe-built Phantom, the Peterbilt 379 looking truck that it is. But yeah, I settled for the Packer. Okay, and now I know this is actually a dotted white here, so I should. Well, nope, that's actually a left-hand turn lane. Can't pass through there. Alright, now I can pass. Overtaking on the left. Sorry, buddy, but you are way too slow for me. Alright, now we can come on over. It is actually, believe it or not, a law to give plenty of space between you and the truck that you're passing before you actually merge over. If otherwise, if you get caught by simply merging right in front of the truck without giving enough space, it can be a big time ticket. And I actually believe in stuff like that. I'll even do it on surface streets. I don't care what the speed limit may be. If it's 45 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour, don't matter. I'll give the truck that I'm overtaking plenty of space between me and myself and that truck before I merge in front of them. Now, I'll even do it even in city driving, even in a 25-mile-an-hour zone. It's just common courtesy because, as we all know, these trucks just don't exactly stop on a dime, even with brand new brakes. Alright, finally GPS has rerouted us back to, yep, this will be Route 68, so come on over here to the left-hand turn lane. That, oddly enough, has rumble strips in it. Okay, that's cool, I guess. And wait for traffic to clear. I might have to force my way in here. Maybe one of these guys will give me courtesy. Oh, thank you. Oh! Thanks, jerk off. Couldn't wait. And now this person's just going to be slow. That's awesome. And of course it's a double yellow between here and Harmony, if I remember correctly, so no overtaking for a long time. And I do know the speed limit through here is at least 50. 421 for regular. That's ridiculous. I kind of wish I had a modded console, or if I was actually doing this on PC, I would definitely have more control over this transmission and throttle. Gets a little irritating when the RPMs are constantly screaming at 2200 RPM. Oh, easy there, truck. Yeah, this gets interesting. If I wasn't playing by the rules, I'd be passing him in a heartbeat, but hopefully he makes a turn off up here. No, he's just gonna keep on going. And because this transmission doesn't shift like I would expect it to, maintaining speed makes it kind of a little difficult. But I guess it could also depend on what I'm loaded onto. Whoa! Not cool. Man, there's a lot of terrible drivers out on the road tonight. This guy doesn't want to go the speed limit. Everyone's pulling out just out at random. Well, I guess that's the NPCs in this game for you. Yep, and like I said, it's a double yellow between here and Harmony. At least once you get closer towards the Sandy Shores area. Yeah. If you're playing by the rules and you're stuck behind a guy like this, yeah, it gets rather boring sometimes. But we're just trucking along. See, speed limit says 60. This guy's doing all of like maybe 35. I understand going slow to compensate for the weather, but there's a point in where you can at least go 10 under the limit, but yeah, I do like the fact that in director mode, controlling the weather and whatnot, it definitely ups the realism. Oh, thank God he finally turned off. Now we can actually do the legal speed limit. Actually, we'll just keep it at 50. That looks like we're going to make a turn off to the left. And of course, they turn off just as you're about to make your destination. Alright, come on, Suburban, let's go. Okay. And looks like Depot is off there to our right. We're actually going to turn around, turn off right here. Because that turn up there is just way too sharp for us, so alright, here we go. Oh, excuse me, sir, I'm making a wide turn. Forgive me. You know, we drove past this depot on our last episode. Alright. Alright. Now I know we're just going to turn up here. And we're actually going to back into the very tall loading dock that is behind us. And I'll show you. Yeah, the loading dock is rather tall. Probably taller than it should be, but can't get everything perfect when you're designing a game of this size and stature. Just going to go right through there. Straighten it up a little bit. Oh, I almost made the mistake of not opening these doors, so let's go ahead and pull forward actually. Alright, park it. Now if this trailer or if this container had a roll-up door, which most of them usually don't, I wouldn't have to worry about it, but such is life. We just open up our doors, act as such, and then we back it right back into the dock. Just that simple. Alright. Try to be gentle. Okay, well, we successfully backed into the dock. Now, rule of thumb is, especially for docks that have dock plates that actually fold out into the back of your trailer, it's usually a good rule of thumb to pull forward just a little bit, so that way that dock plate doesn't tear up the ass end of your trailer or your box or whatever you might be having. So, therefore, that's what I ended up doing. So, anyways, I'm going to go up here on the dock and get things squared away, make our drop off and make up another pickup, and yeah, we'll go from there. Alrighty, well, now that we're all taken care of, freight's all in order, I'll pull forward, we'll shut the doors, and then we'll plan our route right back into Los Santos to the Elysian Island, where our final destination lies. Alright, just act like we're punching in the numbers and our current stats back into the electronic logs. Alright, we'll pull forward and close our doors. Alright. Okay. Truck got a little dirty. Oh, as another note, not that it's really that important, but these smaller containers, if you actually look at the actual numbers on the container, they're pretty accurate as far as like the capacity, the tear, the net weight, and all that crap. It's pretty accurate as far as the size of that container. However, the same exact numbers are stamped right on this much longer container, this 40-footer. So a little boo-boo there on Rockstar's part when they were actually inputting everything, but once again, can't be perfect and therefore can't be too accurate, I guess, when you are building a Grand Theft Auto game. So, but just a little tidbit of information there, I guess you could say. Alright, let's pull out of the docking area. We'll actually plan our route. Okay. I believe it's going to take us along this route right here, cutting through the Vinewood Hills and maybe cutting through the heart of Los Santos, but we'll see. yeah, we're just going to end up right over here. So therefore, just set a waypoint. And yeah, I had a feeling it would. Just to avoid the frustration of rush hour traffic, I guess you could say, considering it's cutting me through a residential area, which I wouldn't want to do, I think what we're going to do also is where it throws us onto the freeway here, we're actually going to go differently. We're probably going to take this freeway here and then probably exit off here and probably make a U-ey around through here. I think that's probably our best bet. Or even if we can get off here and then cut down that way. So let's see if I set a waypoint to right here. Yeah, that's much better. And then once I get up there, then I can pretty much figure out my way from there. Alright, simple enough. So let's get rolling. 3.6 miles. Wait for this RV. This Breaking Bad looking of an RV. Alright, moving on. Okay. Well, so far nothing real interesting, I guess, has happened. Whoa! I spoke too soon. Another dumbass decided to pull out in front of me. That's awesome. And of course, I'm not sure why the NPCs decide to go this slow. And the posted speed limit says 60. And these slow pokes are only doing, a whopping 30 miles an hour. They're doing half the speed limit. Awesome. Not in the least bit interested. At least the weather keeps it interesting. Somewhat. I hope you both are pulling off to the right here. Nope, not a single one of you. Well, hopefully you turn right up here at this sharp right. Because I can't stand either one of you. Nope. What are you doing? Eh, he has the audacity to curse at me when he clearly pulled right in my lane. A-hole. I gotta say, the traffic sucks. As lightly as I had put it, or at least said it, the traffic sucks. Well, maybe I should communicate to both these guys. It's like, hey, nope, that's not going to phase them. If anything, that made them slower. Well, this is just ridiculous. They're going even slower. They're doing 25 and a 60. Believe it or not, that's actually more dangerous to be doing stuff like that, regardless of the weather. I mean, it's one thing if there's like 4 feet of snow and you're just creeping along, that's one thing, but this is just a little rain. And this is irritating. And of course, it's a double yellow, so I can't pass. I mean, we can clearly see 60 mile an hour speed limit, and we are doing a snail's pace of like 25 miles an hour. Oh, this is droning. Oh, dear, you better keep your distance. Oh, okay, scared him off. And what we're going to do, we're going to pull off to the left here. This little pull off right here. And we're going to let Slowpoke 1 and Slowpoke 2 continue on, hopefully get some distance. So, let's just give them a... Yeah, see, they're pissing off a whole bunch of people. That's ridiculous. Oh well. Okay, now that that fiasco is over with, hopefully we can merge out and hopefully we don't deal with any more slow people, but, well, there's no guarantee there. I was probably better off finding a way to the freeway, and I probably would have been to my destination by now, considering we've only gone 1.1 miles in the matter of like 10 minutes. That's kind of ridiculous, so, but let's go back to first-person view and let's get rolling. Well, you know what? I'm just now realizing the road turned into white stripes, so therefore I could have passed. Oh well. At least this guy in the G-Wagon in front of us is at least doing a moderate pace. Yeah, I think I might alter with the traffic next time I go on a route like this, but we'll see. Yep, so one thing about being a trucker in real life, I mean, the patience is, well, I guess you could say patience is a virtue, but there's a point where things just get ridiculous. Okay, what the heck? You had to back up because you couldn't make your turn? You had plenty of road there to do it, but... oh well. We're gonna make a left up here. Granted that nothing's spectacular happens. Next to the Vinewood Bowl. Well, that definitely means we're in Los Santos County. Okay, one of you two needs to go. Thank you. Man. I'm going to let all three of these guys go. Yep, just for that reason. Oh, okay, Mr. Beamer decides he wants to go. Oh, that Mercedes decides he wants to go. Well, guess what? My turn. Alright, finally. The freeway. Okay. This definitely took longer than it should have. And just ease it here in the right lane. Let's see, what is the local time? 1948. Okay, well, the rush hour is definitely since passed. But, oh well. It's definitely odd how they have you route around here. I actually could have gotten off at the exit below me, but GPS decided it had other plans, which is, yeah, very odd. I mean, I know that the ramp off to the left here in front of us is meant for surface traffic to merge onto the Del Perro freeway that way, but for it to route us going this way to come to a red light and then get back on the freeway is just kind of ridiculous. But oh well, the game ain't perfect, so. Alright, moving along. Okay, he changed his mind. Fine for us. I don't really want to see taillights for a while, but I'm sure I will. And I spoke too soon. Ridiculous. We'll say this is the most droning episode of American Trucking I've ever had to make so far. I mean, considering it's only episode 4, but still, this is getting, like I said, droning. You know, at least like the last episode, we were up and down. Oop, I need to get over. Oh boy. Oh boy. Can't get over. And now the GPS is going to send us a different route. I think it might have us exit the freeway once we make our right-hand bank off to this way. We shall see. Yep, it is. It's going to exit us off the freeway into a different way, which is fine. Yep. Not a problem. Like that view right there, silhouette of the buildings in the rain. It's pretty cool. I'm just making sure our trailer's still with us. Over here to the left lane. We should be green. Or not. So one thing I find very interesting about the traffic lights in this game, they don't ever seem to be synced up properly. I mean, I realize that sometimes it'll only allow one set of traffic to go, then the traffic perpendicular to it will go, and then all of a sudden you just get weird timed lights like that. Whatevs. And obviously I'm capturing all this in director mode. As you may have already noticed in the last few episodes, it's the only way I can capture it on the console version, unless I have a ways of getting my hands on some sort of HD capture device, which isn't in the budget anytime soon. I got better things to spend my money on right now. We can actually probably cancel our waypoint. As a matter of fact, I might do that at the next red light, considering I actually aimed for a different spot off that freeway, off to our left, so that way we could reroute from going into residential areas and whatnot. Oh, there's frigid cold storage. We made a final destination to that place before. Okay, now's my chance to just get rid of the waypoint there, and we're just going to simply waypoint it right here. There we go. 1.2 miles. Edge up. Alright, moving right along. 1, 2, 3 taco vans. Well, that's hilarious. Well, this episode definitely got lengthy. Probably due to the fact that I decided to make 3 stops altogether in this video. And then not to mention the slow traffic, which I figured if I had moderated the traffic by a little bit, it would help. But no, I mean, at least I haven't had too much of a hindrance as far as traffic hitting me, but I've had a few close calls, as you already saw in the episode so far. So we'll see what happens in the final mile. And yeah, technically the container I have is considered intermodal, so therefore making pickups and drop-offs like I am doesn't really happen a whole lot with these types of trailers. They usually end up on railway systems, or they'll end up at of course, the shipping yard to be put onto a container ship. But well, I decided to stick with it. Because technically all the other van trailers that are available in game are all reefer based, so therefore I'm not hauling any reefer type cargo today, so therefore that's why I went with the container. So okay, we're gonna veer off to the right here. We'll end up down at the other end of the this roadway here, and that'll put us right on the Elysian Island. And that'll make our final destination for this evening. Oop, slow it down here. Oh, you better get moving there, buddy. Train. At least the trains in this game aren't super long. Now, I know that on PC you can mod the trains to be extra long, and also control the trains, which I thought would be pretty cool. It'd be really cool to actually be able to actually have control over the trains on the console version, but I guess no such luck. Alright, I'm not sure what the taco van in front of us is doing. He's at a snail's pace. I'm going to go around him. It is technically a passing zone. Sorry, buddy. You're just too slow. Almost there. Quarter mile, less than quarter mile to go. Alright, I'm not going to bother passing you, considering there's another truck in the other lane, and we're pretty much at our road's end here at the OP Depository, I believe is what the building is called. So well, it's been fun, to say the least. Well, at least I thought this was the depository. We're going to go off to the left. Yep, it is the depository. That's what I thought it was. Alright, we're just going to pick a dock door and back into it, and that'll wrap up this episode. Finally. Yeah, that was very crooked. It's okay. Got plenty of room to straighten out. Alright, buddy, you can go around me. Called me a shithead and whatnot. You're funny. Alright, well, technically we're in the dock, and the dock level is actually lower than the swing out door, so therefore all freight can be unloaded from there. So therefore that wraps up this episode. And our drive, which was awfully long, but it worked out pretty well on a stormy night here in Grand Theft Auto 5. Just jump up here. Alrighty guys, well that pretty much wraps up this episode, to say the least. If you did enjoy the video, a like rating would be substantial, awesome, appreciated, as well as if you would like to subscribe to my channel for more daily content, or not daily content, I don't upload every day as much as I would like to, but yeah, please do subscribe for content just like this, along with other vehicular activity I might be into, which hopefully will be more now that I've gotten a lot better over the last couple of days. So, but with that out of the way, guys, I will see you guys in another video sometime soon.